Okay, let's continue. Almost done with the support our neighbors focus. And the thing is, obviously I don't need these battle lines along the Swedish border anymore. So what I should do is, let me put the timer on, not the timer, let me put, well, whatever this would be called, I'll put it back on. The United Kingdom exerts influence in Turkey, interesting. I'm going to go for Nordic technology sharing. Let us expand our cooperation with our neighbors with a research agreement. And this will give me invite Denmark and Sweden to form a technology sharing group with us. Having very good relations would likely ensure their acceptance. Denmark gets event, Norway motions for Nordic research collaboration, and Sweden will get the same event. Okay, so if I'm going to go to war with Germany, what I need to do is have some soldiers along the German border with Denmark and Germany. So let me just put that there. This guy here. Probably gonna have to get rid of the second army group. And I don't know, I could have some units along the Soviet border, I'm not sure. Where else could I have some? So I don't think I'm going to invade Estonia anytime soon. I'll just send all my units to the border between Denmark and Germany. Unless, wait a minute, maybe I should have a... I guess I could have an army. Let me just have one. Guess I'll have one army garrisoned in Norway itself. Give up! Okay, Norwegian land reintegration. The Norwegian kingdom once stretched widely across northern Europe, but wars and treaties are we'll read this later. Okay, the Fenno-Scandian deal. Sweden has joined the Nordic research collaboration. Sweden wisely chose to join our research collaboration, and with this we'll get wiser still. And Denmark did too. Okay, with Sweden and Finland in the alliance, pragmatics from all three nations have reached a secretive deal intending to shift the borders of all three Fenno-Scandian nations to the east and secure Finland's eastern border. Sweden cedes the formerly Norwegian Bahlusland to Norway. Finland renounces the Åland Convention, and if an eventual Soviet attack is defeated, Karelia goes to Finland. Interesting. Okay, so there's going to be some land exchanged. Unlike the Dano-Norwegian deal, the Fenno-Scandian deal is so mutually beneficial to all that we can ensure acceptance by all sides, as long as Sweden and Finland remain in our alliance. However, we do risk increasing Russian wariness towards our action by agreeing to defend Finland's eastern borders. Okay. Mexico declared war on the United Kingdom. Interesting. Now Chile's at war with Mexico. Oh, Chile's a part of the Allies. But Mexico's the only member of the Bolivar. So they're definitely going to lose. Fall of Beijing, that's not good. But Yeah, Mexico wants to invite Brazil into their faction, so I don't know. I don't know if Brazil wants to go to war with the Allies, which at this point is just Britain, the Empire, and the Commonwealth, and Chile. Okay, so apparently Germany annexed Slovenia from Yugoslavia. They haven't gone after Czechoslovakia yet. Okay. Let's look at this. Norwegian land reintegration. The Norwegian kingdom once stretched widely across northern Europe, but wars and treaties have left the kingdom without some of its long-held historical lands. Sweden, Denmark, and to a lesser extent the United Kingdom all hold the fair share of these former lands, these former islands, titles, landscapes, and border regions. Yet there is still no need to give up hope. Should we get hold of any of these territories again, the modern Norwegian state is now in a good position to reintegrate them with a solid economy and plenty of skilled statesmen. Restoring some of our glorious past should thus well be doable. Fully reintegrate Færøyerne, fully incorporate Iceland. Okay. So does this mean Iceland will no longer be my puppet state? I don't know. I might release them afterwards. Okay. Let me research some more naval tech. Oh! Send this guy down here. Airplane technology. Okay. Looks like there's a border war. Well, it looks like there's some fighting along the border between Belize and Mexico. It's only a matter of time before Mexico loses. And they're getting help from Italy and Germany. But America, they're not doing much. Maybe they'll join the Allies. I do want to invite Estonia to the faction, but they're not democratic, and I can't invade them since, as a democratic nation, I need 100% global tension, which won't happen until the Second World War breaks out. So I just gotta keep patient. Okay, what's going on in China? Oh, and I forgot to mention, it's a new year, 1939. So Japan's invading China, and there's no Chinese United Front. And apparently Menjiang didn't join Japan. They're just a Scandian deal. Have to do pragmatic diplomacy or seek American support. Worry about that later. I'm going to go with expand the Nordic technology sharing. The Fenno-Scandian deal. Fearing incursions into the eastern borders of their alliance, the Fenno-Scandian allies, Norway, Sweden, and Finland, have reached an understanding towards mutual defensive guarantees. Finland transferred the majority... Okay, Beijing fell. That's not good. Finland transferred the majority Swedish inhabited Åland Islands to Sweden, while Sweden transferred the former Norwegian territory of Bahusland to Norway. With this, Norway, the country least directly threatened by eventual Russian expansionism, was given incentive to defend their allies closer to danger. Sweden got to limit the potential expansion of their former enemy, and Finland now have neighbors pledging to defend their eastern borders, including the all-important Karelian Isthmus. Friends can always reach an understanding. Now to make our military a proper part of the determinant. Okay, so Sweden owns Åland. Soviets are much too strong for us to invade, and there isn't a Soviet civil war, so there's not much we can do. Coordinate land equipment manufacturers and naval equipment manufacturers. I'll do both of those. Okay, Italy joined the Axis, and so did new constitutional Uruguay under President Luis Alberto de Herrera. Okay, attack to steal. That's not good, but Great Britain's going to need some help. France could join the Allies, but they might just form their own faction. I don't know, they might form a faction with Spain and Portugal if they go down the Bonapartist route. So, I don't know. Also, the lower countries might want to watch their back, because they might be invaded by either France or Germany. Okay, apparently Paraguay became communist. Interesting. Oh, and Colombia became fascist as Nueva Gran Colombia. And the British are still invading Mexico. But America? Yeah, they might join the Allies soon. Modify my government a bit. Let me go for partial mobilization. Yeah, I want that. Okay. Let me go for... I'm gonna go with Christian K. Locke, Ram Battle Plan Expert. I'm gonna go with Killer Fly Fabric, light aircraft designer. So I'm done with all my research and production companies. I'm done with my cabinet. Let me go for... I gotta just finish up my military staff. Sweden might take over the faction. Is there any way I can... They just need more factories. Maybe I should build some more factories too. Yeah, I can. Okay, I'll build a civilian factory. It's only a matter of time before Germany goes against Czechoslovakia. I'm surprised they went against Slovenia. And, well, technically they went against Yugoslavia, but I'm surprised they did that first and then Slovenia before. More towed anti-air. invite Finland. Oh, Saudi Arabia joined the Allies. That's good. Okay. With Finland in our faction, they should take part in our research agreement. Okay. So that'll invite them into the Nordic research collaboration. Okay, how about Grand Colombia join the Axis? That's not good. I think I might just seek American support. I'm not sure. Or I might do pragmatic diplomacy. Because then I'll be more independent. Mexico took over Belize, that's not good. Okay, the new continental system, so France is going to form its own faction. Okay, Czechoslovakia issued partial mobilization. Interesting. Okay, so Japan won the Sino-Japanese War, and the reorganized government of China is their puppet state. So is the Tibetan Empire, but the other Chinese warlord states are completely independent from Japanese control. So they're the last, I guess, free parts of China. And Japan basically annexed the entire coastline of western China, save for like what the Guangxi clique owns in the south. Vietnam took over the French enclave in southern China, Guangzhouan. That's interesting. Okay, I'm going to go for pragmatic diplomacy. Okay, Finland joined. Awesome. Even with united Northern Europe, we cannot hope to stand against an attack from both the Germans and the Russians. If we are to survive, we must petition the major powers for help, and even that might not be enough. Taking a side might be our only choice. Allow the creation of puppet states during peace conferences, political power minus 50, and same for all the other members of the faction, Denmark, Sweden, and Finland. Okay. Then again, though, I don't know if I want to go... Okay, I don't know if I want to go make a peace agreement with the Soviets. I don't want to make a peace agreement with Germany either. You know what, I'll just do this later. I'm going to go for Gutapa Stalin. There are people willing to hide amongst and infiltrate enemies of our king and cause, and often also volunteer for our cause should wars hit our friends. We should embrace these people. Replace foreign expeditions with Gutapa Stalin, effective change decryption plus 10.00%. Divisions required for sending volunteer force, minus 25.0. Gunnar FT Sunsteby will become available as an advisor. Let me institute press censorship. That'll make democracy more popular. war goal against Mexico. I kind of want to... I don't know, I feel like Britain needs some help in their war against Mexico. And then maybe America can make Mexico democratic. Oh, apparently Mexico's democratic already, so... Never mind then. Pan-Slavic Workers' Congress, so apparently Yugoslavia formed their own faction. Saboteurs. With the resistance movement in place, it might be time to train some of our partisans to participate in clandestine sabotage operations behind enemy lines. After training these commandos, we'll have these brave men execute our well-planned and clandestine operations. It could be a mission. It could be that a mission of their lives lie ahead. It enables decisions to conduct partisan operations against enemies occupying Norwegian territory. Work in progress. Sufficient basic functionality has been implemented for this focus, but is not yet as fleshed out as intended. Still, the focus can be picked up issues, and some gameplay has been added. Okay, good. Iceland reintegrated. The fate has once again brought us together with the Isle of Viking sagas. Originally, Norwegians fleeing the rule of taxes of our first king, and later fought back into the Norwegian kingdom. The Danish Union and Treaty of Kiel once took Iceland away from us, along with the Faroes and Greenland. Our similar culture, history, and ancestry now bring us together once more. Another event worthy of a saga. Iceland changes its name to Eastland. Political power was 30. The Faroe Islands reintegrated. Having rekindled our connection to our kinsmen in the Faroes, they now feel welcome and strive to integrate into their past nation of origin. Norway welcomes them home. Now, how shall we name the islands now within our country? With Bokmål, the written language of the majority. With Norsk, the current written language closest to spoken dialects, and Old Norwegian. Let's use the language of the native Faroese people to name their islands. And we'll go with the name of the native Faroese. And yes, Iceland is still my puppet state, which is fine. What's Germany up to? Oh, they're gonna go to Poland soon. That's not good. What if that happens? Okay, so France has formed its own faction, the Continental System, but they're the only member. But it would be pretty cool if they invited Spain. Oh, okay, they're getting a war goal against Britain. That's not good. But it would be cool if they could, Okay, they didn't go with the Latin Union, so... I don't think they could probably invite anyone else into their faction then, if it's just them. Okay. I'll read electronics mechanical engineering. Okay, the Soviet Union declared war on the new Iranian Empire. The Axis and Comintern are at war. Because the new Iranian Empire joined the Axis. Nation building in Iceland, I'll do that. Poland joined Comintern even though it's democratic. Same with Romania. And now the Axis is at war with Comintern. So now's going to be the best time to, like, invade Germany. Though I can't go to war with them. But... Give up! Hungary demands Romania. How's that going to turn out? I don't know. Okay, I'm going to go Nordic Joint Defense Initiative. Some of the brightest... Romania rejected Hungarian demands. Some of the brightest statesmen and defense experts in the Nordic countries have been pushing for a joint Nordic defense cooperation with the common high command and combined exercises. Now might be the time to take the initiative and invite representatives from our allies. This might be just what's needed to ensure our continued freedom and prosperity. Okay, I get all these benefits, which is pretty good. I feel like Germany's gonna lose. Especially if France decides to declare war on Germany, but I don't think that's gonna happen. Comintern's way stronger, but then again, the British can certainly help. It looks like Italy's gonna invade Greece. Go for Alfred Roscher Lund concealment. Enemy air support minus 15.00%. Apparently the Bonaparte emperor hasn't come to power yet in France, but I think he can later. If not, we'll just use our imagination and say that he's emperor, but Camille Chateaume is just the prime minister being shown here. We'll just use our imaginations, I guess. Either that or it might be a bug. Who knows? But anyways, let's continue. So. Anything interesting going on in... Anything interesting going on in... Okay. We can all see the same. Okay. Brotherhood of Democratic Nations. Our alliance is long overdue a name change, especially considering we've now passed the point of being an alliance of just three brothers. Rebranding ourselves the Brotherhood of Democratic Nations and involving a couple more peaceful European nations should keep our diplomatic momentum going. So, it's going to... Okay, so the faction name is going to be renamed from the Three Brothers to the Brotherhood of Nations, and Estonia and Ireland will get the event. Norway invites us to the Brotherhood of Democratic Nations. Interesting. I think it'd be pretty cool to have Ireland and Estonia in the faction, even if Estonia isn't a democratic country. But yes, basically our faction is evolving from just a Nordic countries faction into a sort of democratic non-aligned faction, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool to say the least. And maybe I can invite Latvia and Lithuania if they're not invaded by the Soviet Union. Okay, so Turkey founded the Sadabat Pact with them in Iraq, and Afghanistan too. Yugoslavia going to invade Bulgaria? I don't know if they will. They might need to expand their faction. Ireland and Estonia have joined. Iceland supports it as well. Okay, they all support it. Awesome. I'm going to go with finish the Nordland line. Eastern Comintern and Hungary is in the Axis. Okay, things are getting crazy. Nordlandsbanen, the Nordland Line, has been an ongoing project by the Norwegian State Railways since the 1920s. By funding the construction of these railways, we can speed up this process and connect our sparsely populated yet resource-rich northern counties to the rest of the nation. Effect, political power plus 75, and one infrastructure in Trøndelag, two infrastructure in Nord-Norge. Okay, there's a bit of a typo here. It says construction. It says construction instead of construction, but that happens, I guess. I'm surprised there's no fighting along the border with Hungary and Romania. And apparently Danzig and Germany are at war, despite the fact that Danzig is still fascist. Which is weird. And it looks like Italy's losing against Greece, kind of like in real life. Our natural borders. Okay, France might declare war against Belgium soon. Apparently, Chile has a Lend-Lease policy with Belgium and the Netherlands. So let's look at our new faction, our new Norwegian-led faction, the Brotherhood of Nations. Pretty blessed, if I do say so myself. And considering the Vikings invaded Ireland many centuries ago, it almost makes sense that they're like in this faction with us. Also considering the fact that they have this connection to the North Sea. They're sort of far away from the North Sea, but they still are pretty close to it. Now I'd like to invite Latvia and Lithuania, but it looks like Lithuania is going to become communist soon. Plus the Soviet Union invades these countries a lot, so yeah. Okay, the Communist Party is expanding in popularity. That's not good. I'll go for anti-communist raids. Lithuania joins the Baltic Union with Latvia. And Latvia is the leader of the faction. So apparently they're not interested in, I guess, the Brotherhood of Nations. That's fine, I guess. And I'm not going to declare war on them. This isn't an instance of we must show them our peaceful ways by force. Not at all. Let me research my Burger Lundberg. Perfect.